Welcome back to Stack 64, a level pack all about this completely new type of parsing. Of course, again, I replaced all the music in my pack with my compositions because it was all original vanilla music. Anyway, we don't know what local 1 channel is. I don't even know where to put it. Local 1 channel where? Like, I literally don't, there's no example. Channel, what does this mean? Baba is channel. Start pillar when push red. Literally no idea what any of these do. Channel 1 local? I was becoming a newscaster. Channel 1 local news. Yeah, if you're wondering if channel is some obscure Baba vanilla word or something, and if you haven't played Baba for ages, no, it's unique. Red 1... When, also when, though. There's a when that's, like, unresolved. So do I do channel 1 and then when local? Now the statement actually, like, parses. Start pillar when local push red. But local. Local is quite a distance, no? It seems to be range 2 in a square, so a 5x5. And we have this, which basically means pillar on pillar is win. Let's not do channel. If I do only channel, then there's nothing. Red 1's still not useful. Oh, what if you combine the distance and then use text to push? So, like, from here... No, that doesn't work. I think we have the right idea, though. If I do this, then only the right pillar is pushed, and I'm farther away because of the text, and I push there, now I have a pillar on a pillar. There we go. Alright. And yeah, this is called Stack 64, so there's probably that many levels, huh? Alright. Fiber optics. Oh my god, we got 3 1s? What does this mean? Okay, the U is cutting off the screen, which is funny. As Skull, we can push channel. Whatever that means. Why do we have multiple 1s? We have 0s on the right side? Start water defeat 0. What? Does that even mean anything? Or are they just like blockers? I don't see any 0s on the right in the rules, so I guess those 0s don't actually do anything. But still, now I have to figure out what the hell these do. So we have like a space to do. I mean, like channel 1 is for. What's the other one doing? Seriously. But channel 1 is forced. It looks like Baba can float over here, but if flag isn't floating, then we don't win on it, so we need to do when local, which is the same thing we did in the previous level, yeah? When local float. That seems reasonable. Hold on, the skull needs to push. Oh god. Plan better next time, don't put that 1 there. Okay, and, I mean, luckily it works this way, right? Where if... Like, currently, when local float, it's always on. Although this one needs to get off here. And then the other ones are here so that we can eventually get off. So, like, currently we've set up something similar to the previous level where around the skull, there's a 5x5 is effectively where I am going to be floating. Do I even need those? Just go off. Okay, whatever. What are those other ones? Just trolls? Alright. Spaghetti, thanks, Spaghetti Monster. Okay, glyphs are back. And I can't explain glyphs, can I? Oh man, glyphs, I think the last time I played with glyphs, or like actually showed them off in a proper tutorial, was so long ago. So like, here is basically the rules. Oh, great. We're literally just gonna, like, oh my god, dude. We have even the local, wait, channel 2 is a thing now, probably. Oh my god. Is water sink? Water isn't even sink in here, but water is melt, so we need some hot objects. So just get some hot objects, I don't know. Actually, you know, here, I'm just gonna write yeah, I'm gonna give myself more work, I guess. But the thing in this level right here is the flag being melt and shut. So, and again, we have open and hot over here, so we need to set this up such that, like, water is, like, the water gets all melted, and the door is open, but then we get on the flag without accidentally opening the flag or melting the flag, which doesn't even seem that difficult, to be honest. Like, it really doesn't seem that hard. So we have 2 channel, 2 ranges, and it seems like 2 range will immediately do it, right? Like, why do we even have 2 Babas? I guess 1 Baba will open the door, yeah, that's right, okay. I mean, yeah, I just... Hold on, when local 1? Is that a thing? It is a thing. Okay, I mean, yes, I was hoping that would be a thing, but like... It's very important that that's a thing because we need to distinguish open or maybe we don't. I don't understand. Also, did I say that 2 and 1 were ranges? That's obviously not how local works. Okay, like, this actually doesn't really make much sense to me now. The level seems to be telegraphed to be like this, where you have a local 1 and a local 2, but I don't actually see why I need to have a local 1 and a local 2. Can't it just be open? Because can't we just disable them at any time or whatever? Anyway, and the level maker is rude, so you gotta do something like this first and shove them in at the correct timing. Shove the one at the back before this one. Okay, so now we have one of them channeling one color and the other channeling a different color. But, like, we were never in danger of accidentally hitting the flag ever. That level doesn't... Okay, here. Explain why... No, the freaking tile is very difficult to see, goddammit. Anyway, when local 1... Not even local 1, who cares? When local to the skull... Channel 1... Well, okay, hold on, you idiot. You need to open and hot. But I really don't see why you can't do that. Man, my misclicks are not making this, like... It's clear that, like, you can do that, right? Anyway... Oh, hey, the skull accidentally went nearby the flag, yeah. So you don't need most of the garbo in the... Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes when I take longer at puzzles, I'm trying to see the creator's actual intent. Okay. Anyway. Router Shouter. Hello, local moon is defeat. I'm playing as a star. Wait, what the? Baba is router. Oh, God. First of all, wait, local Baba is move? Baba's a Wi-Fi router now or something. And we have Cloud is stop and Star is you at the bottom left, by the way. That's what they are. And, local moon is defeat. But local flag is win. Okay, so we just need a local thing here, but not near the moon. What is router, though? Seriously, what is it? I can't move it around, although local Baba's move should be helpful. Start fire. Can it be channeled, I guess? Okay, when I set the fire to channel, and then Baba is around, it's able to trigger, which is what I wanted to see. However, Baba is still not push, and I feel like the Baba's position is currently really bad. Like, if it goes all the way to the right, it's still not going to be in range of the flag, yeah? Unless by router... But the fire is the one that is glowing. So it feels like this should be, like, you just push the fire such that it's nearby the flag. Yeah? And then that'll be local. However, I don't know what router is exactly. If I want this to all connect, though, it seems logical that we connect to the fire like this. Wait, hold on. Make sure it never overlaps with any moon. That should be good. Yeah, like, am I missing something? I might get there late, but, like, if that's not the problem. Okay, so... Why? Okay, so Baba is router. Does that mean... It probably means that Baba, it like creates its own 5x5 aura. I think when it is capable of being channeled. Yeah, that would seem reasonable. So then, like, if I waited a little longer, I would die on this moon. Yep. I mean, sure. Sensibly. There's okay, nice crossing the river style level. Thanks, Xerity, for that. But what's sensing? We don't even have the word channel in here. Well, I mean, that's pretty bad. What is sensing defeat? I can break that apart, but that doesn't look very good, actually. I can break the defeat. Oh, maybe it's like the feeling. Oh god, it's literally like feeling, isn't it? Yeah, I think I know how to do this then. I don't even know if I need to put this on screen for the new timers out there. But Baba feeling pushes win, it makes Baba is win, but only when push is allowed. And that's funny because feeling and sensing are very similar words. It's probably named for that purpose. So essentially, if Baba is sensing defeat, in other words, is there an object that's defeat? Yes, because water is defeat right now. Then yeah, we're going to be float. But if I break it, now Baba is no longer floating. But that's okay, because Baba floating was actually bad when it came to getting the flag. So yeah, there we go. Wait. Oh, we broke the... Oh, shoot, we broke the defeat. animation. I've never seen the bee before. Have I? Bee win. Wait, Baba doesn't even play the floating animation right now. Oh, it's just a little bit different. Okay, it's different. In the sense that, like, sensing defeat means that because Baba is on something that would defeat Baba right now. I don't know if that's 100% how it works, because, like, what if it actually means that if it's on an object that is defeat versus is affected by defeat, which are two different things. But yeah, Baba isn't floating right now. So that means I can just go on the flag and win. Yeah, okay. Okay. Over-soaked. What is going on? Huge machine there. Sensing melt is you. And start flag sensing melt and sensing pull is win. A lot of conditionals. And start and grass melt. Melt push. We don't seem to have a lot of control over what to do here. We have water. Start water. I mean, if that's gonna say water and pull. It seems like water wants to fill the gap. It just feels like a very... like, it feels like it just wants to fill the gap. But also, do we have enough water to fill in both the connection to the grass, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles, and then plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, that 15, the 15 is not real, so 14. Is that 25 tiles that need to be made? And this is only 18 water? Well, I could gain... No, I can't. I can't gain momentum by clicking that earlier with a piece of text. So what am I missing here? No way to push grass, right? Also, why would I want to pull water? I can't stand on water, right? If it's pulled, then I can't just easily stand on it. Gotta love the 0 as the, like, useless text, just pushable object thing. When are they ever gonna become relevant? Also, like, the lack of water is so immensely suspicious, and the fact that, like, there's seemingly no reason to ever do this, it feels like a planetary travel meme. Wow, this planetary travel just keeps getting brought up years later, huh? Unfortunately, okay, let's... Yeah. The water has been set to melt, by the way. We did see this interaction last level, but no, sensing doesn't work if you're just next to it. You need to be standing on it, which seems to be a huge issue. Okay, so, like, a serious and huge question here. Like, this water isn't going to be on me, so we need to start off without the water's push being on, which is weird because the only way is here. Okay, I see. So the first phase is, like, you just move the water and make a path easily, and the second half is the planetary travel-like phase. I get it. Okay, just watch this, I suppose. We're gonna need to have water very specifically, though, and this is why this exists, because I will need to do this as my last move, which involves pulling water while I am on water. It doesn't work the other way around, because then you would see that water would be on top of the flag, but then we would not be able to go up. If the water was over here, we would fail this, because we can't push up. We'll be on the square. You'll just be able to visualize it later when I have this level done. But yes, I believe I have to sacrifice the other waters here and here. This doesn't... Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's bring the remaining waters in position here and here and here. This is a bit of overage of water. Hopefully I'm not doing anything wrong. I guess I need... I see I need one more here, maybe. Or would this be better? Yeah, literally I don't see why this should not work, so we're gonna do this. And this push needs to be placed here, and now watch. So the water, we stand on it, of course, as normal, but now, at this step, water is now push and pull. So we can have water, while we're standing on solid water, other water can pull the water behind it. So I'm pushing, and the water behind is getting pulled by the water in front. And there's just, I guess, 2 water left over. Alright. But yes, I said it was planetary travel, and it was, in fact, planetary travel. Thank you. Digon Alley? Ah, shoot. Oh, God. What is the stuff at the bottom? This is, Also, I'm using this is the day 16 music that I composed, which is a very, very fast and active track. This is the first time I'm hearing it in-game, so kind of surreal. But, let's see. Start key, but it can also be sensing. Of course, key can be drunker. Move forward. Oh, God. That's distinct from move across. Oh, no. And then, of course the key is the position. So what are the rules down there? Hedges stop, key is not you. There's also a key is push. I mean, the key is push is going to be added. Grass is defeat. And Baba is not push. Okay. Do the glyphs come with the X on them? I guess they do. Looks like we need to move this diagonally out of the way. So it looks like the keys need to go drunker down, right? Hopefully this can just be easy. If that move forward will be relevant. I don't necessarily just want it to be like drunker, but like I don't really know what to just move it. What is it even sensing anyway? Okay, start key. Ooh, I'm gonna get this stuck to the wall, the grass. Okay, we got it out, which is like what I most wanted. Although stuff getting stuck to the wall is also really not great. Like the start is now stuck, but it seems like Baba wanted to be drunker probably. I think the key wanted to like move, like the key wants to move passively and then push Baba. Maybe. When is sensing gonna play? Also, like, why do we even have B? What does B even do that's like different, like new? We can do B key, which is like what the puzzle designer I trolled is called B key. That's all. Wait, why did I set up push? I don't need to set up push. Well, the level's done, right? Like now nothing is stuck. Okay. I think what I need to do is sensing key be drunker. That's gonna be a thing, right? That's pretty cool. Although then the question is like, oh, you can't do sensing key drunker. I see. That's why you need the B. Okay. Of course, I do need to move the key into position. So, of course, key is push. There. What's the second key for? There's no two drunkers, right? Okay. Anyway, sensing key. Wait, that's not a thing. What do you mean sensing key is not a thing? Well. Oh no. I mean, I could sense push. Finally, like, a chain is interesting, right? Like, the key is push. The problem is, key being push, not the best if you actually want to stand on the key. Although, I mean, maybe with the drunker, there's some potential. It looks cursed. Is there a way that, like, Baba can be push, and, like, while the keys are drunker and push Baba? It also feels weird. I don't know if move forward is relevant anymore or not. Oh, God. Okay, I don't understand what the sensing is doing. Why can I not just do drunker? We didn't even need the B or the sensing to break drunker while the key moves forward. Anyway. Was the level creator drunker when making it? Anyway, what's this? That's a lot. Push to ice destroy. No, nop. These are no operations, huh? Event. Jeez, looks like something you would rather do in the editor. You can apparently push ice on ice. I'm just gonna introduce all these new words. What's then? Then near ice sleep. Subscribe to ice sleep puzzles. Anyway, start star. Channel is back. Oh, God. Warning, I do spend a while on that level. Just trying to figure out the intended idea. But God, that level is poopy. Also, this is a teaser for the next episode, even though I have this clip in the halfway mark. You can get to play with these weird arrow things later. But on this, but anyway, back to the actual video. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this in editor, like... Because I don't want to do a bunch of on-screen annotations. It's easy to point stuff out this way. So destroy is very suspicious. You can't... It's not even part of the rule. It doesn't even parse. But I do notice there was this move around. So it felt like the point of that was that the event could maybe move... Whoops. You don't. Please don't accidentally delete. Please make sure they don't accidentally delete something and not bring it back or whatever. So in fact, they can move around. That looks so cursed. You can just do that from the start of the level, like legitimately. Apparently, it was something we were doing. Ooh, never push. Ooh, never push got activated. So that's what never does, I guess. Okay. Maybe there's some channel to never push that you can do. That's pretty interesting that you can do never push. It's so cursed. And there's some text stacking that's clearly happening too. Oh my god. Freaking deranged behavior. It's almost as deranged as the first level I ever played in this video, having 3 ends in the title and no one noticing. I also need to figure out how this then near ice sleep puzzle works. Like it does undo, does this parse? It does not. About sensing, I don't freaking know. I mean, channel 1 is gonna be necessary to spell anyway. That does parse. Okay, so this somehow, and the other assumption there is, for example, if I did this, I mean, it still parses. Event sensing channel 1 and near ice's sleep. Is there a difference if the then is in its original spot? Event near ice's sleep. Without any mention of sensing channel 1. So the then is more like a break. Like it no longer needs to care about the sensing check. Like it's honestly more like a break in the conditional. Like escaping the conditional. Okay. Okay, and by the way, it is worth noting that the facing direction, I hope I'm not messing with it. Like this is all facing the same direction, right? If I edit them around, they're still facing upwards. The cursor shows the facing direction of text. This destroy is facing down, so I'm really kind of surprised that it doesn't move. If I click the swap button, no, there's no version of the surround text. I should go in here. Oh my god, just look at this! Dude, there must have been so much sprite effort made. Like, there's the drunker of this that we haven't really played with, because the level pack hasn't gone here yet. But the super bold text. The super bold drunker is right here. Wait, there's like... What the hell is Arrow Drunker? Okay, anyway, let's not get started. But there's 38 pages of custom Baba words here. Also the names for all these new parsing event glyph node logic. Anyway, make sure to delete the bonus surround that I made. But, okay, hold on. If I do this, I'm just gonna move that manually to the left. What does that do? Does, like, eat everything? Well, it would help if move around did not troll me and move it to the right. Thank you, spaghetti monster. Even when I move on the water, it doesn't, like, destroy the water. That's not a main game word. So Baba is destroyed does just mean that it freaking kills its, destroys itself. I don't know why I would want that, and I don't know how you could even accidentally get it in this position. Okay, so Baba could also move around, is the other thing that I notice. Well, next thing I notice. But this just allows diagonal drunker-like movements. But, you know, we need a way to get rid of the... Well, if event move around doesn't count as one, which I don't even know. But if it was a normal move for it, I'm pretty sure we win because, like, all of this ice and this side... Well, this doesn't matter, but all of those, I'm pretty sure, gets pushed and overlapped. Oh, I wonder if move around has an interesting interaction with that. Oh, God. Because move around doesn't act like an actual diagonal, I don't think. Anyway, it kind of feels like I want event move around, and then we have to do something with the float. Because this float would allow us to get onto the flag, and then what? Something happens, and then the float can be disabled again? Now, the question is, does the float even have the capability to move out? So the answer is yes, actually. It's helpful that Baba is you isn't, like, in the middle playable area, because otherwise that would probably get broken. So we haven't mentioned once that water is shift yet, which, I think that water is, like, made for us to move and cause some alternator-esque setup. First up, these pull and push are facing upwards. I don't think I want them to be in the way. Because they were in the way when the never was getting pushed out. Okay, the float is now in a more free place. It feels like Baba wants to be when local, float. Then we have like a star that's right here, so it can be float when it's here. Also, Baba doesn't want to push at this moment. Never push. Wait, oh my god, never push involves text too. Okay. Also, I don't know what they're thinking about this water. Like, I know like some text is stuck, but start water. Well, they make it seem like the start star is also sacrificial. Like you would be sacrificing something, and Baba can't even get on this ice, but all this text just moved away. Is there a high chance that this level is actually just completely broken? Yeah, probably, but I'm not gonna complain. So the star goes there because the star is setting a channel 1. So like when local, it's never push and it's float, right? Okay. Feel like it should work. Oh. What the hell? Okay, yeah, maybe I messed it up and the float is being nevered, so it's saying never float instead of float. But why is the pushing, like, not disabled now? There's a text stack here that I was worried about. It's the other text that's stacked on is pull. If I push the rules, it says local Baba feeling pull. Is this a huge problem? I mean, we have another word, pull, so I can just put that here, right? Now Baba is pull. Okay, maybe this should work now. Although if it's never float, then that's still a problem, but oh, so it is, so it does, so it did in fact activate float instead of saying never float. Alright, now it's time to reset, of course, do that in the actual game, because someone's gonna be paranoid that I changed the facing direction by accident or something. Alright. Spare depth is what the level designer wants to make you feel, I guess. I mean, let's just bring these. Now, the facing direction does matter. I believe they were all facing down. Oh. Worst part is that I don't think this idea is 100% dead because we have channel and we can make it local moving or only and never touch the destroy. But yes, that is a problem. Although I don't know why I necessarily need the star anyway, because I mean, we can still do start star. But I'm thinking about water push too. First of all, we will move the ice as we know we can do. Now get a water here to be the local one. Not to think about the fact that water is like a shifting thing. And by the way, flag is push is the reason there's no visible effect right here. Although, like, if... How does never push interact? Just want to see this. Hold on. Does it disable everything? It doesn't. Okay. But then... it will float over the flag, which is the problem. And I can't do sensing ice. Can it sense push? That's also a weird idea. If it senses push, never push. There's no infloop there, is it? This just doesn't work out. Although now it's sort of like a planetary travel situation where you do sensing push while standing on a push object, and then pull it with the path here, here, here. I'm worried about that pushing on the ice, but and then up, maybe. Also, in fact, when you press middle click, the facing direction is not respected. That's why that happens. I goddamn hate this editor sometimes. Alright, so back in editor view, like, this is all just text that already exists in the level. I move the stars here and here, which you can do with stars push. And, like, I'm pretty sure we could just win that with like, minor modifications. And yeah, the start star can still be pushed to the left. Now, I do want to test the never float thing. I'm pretty sure, like, never push and... Just got a freaking Lua error pop. Okay, amazing. But yeah, I think float was just activating on its own layer. Yes, the nice harmless Baba is float. How did I even win last time? Because Baba was float, wasn't it? I guess the rule just got disabled when I went out of range or whatever. Kind of forgot. Alright, let's try this again. I honestly think this should be easy. Just gonna be a lot of moving around. Start star is push. Shove this everywhere. I don't even think we need start star there, to be honest. Put this in here for the local range 2 thing. Okay. Move this out of the way too. I mean, we're not using the then near ice sleep puzzle part of the puzzle anyway. Also, thanks push and pull. Okay, now... you like, it's most certainly cheese, all the freaking unknowns, but like, what is not cheese in this? Never push... and float, and then when it's nearby a star, so star should start channeling 1. There. That's the level done, you know. Legit. And it's still missing, like, the majority. Oh, anyway, next one. I'm so sorry that it took that long, but, like, part of that was also trying to figure out what the intention was. Like, it was really not difficult. Oh my god, it's just glyphs. And Baba starts drunker. Okay. And Baba also is float, but the water is also float, which is why we cannot get access to that, check mark. Can we even ever undrunk ourselves? Probably not, ever. But the way glyphs work is that they apply everything like in a continuous line. I'm not even sure that's like a good enough description, but it's like Baba is you, the U is on the top left. Baba is you, drunker and float. Water is float and defeat. This is stop wall. I mean, it is wall is stop, but the stop symbol is coming first there. And glyph is push. What is this scribbly glyph right here? What is that thing? Okay, I mean, the way that the parity works out, we literally cannot interact with these. Like, because of drunker, it can only interact blue. Is that all it does? Rock is blue. Thanks! All it does is make it blue. We don't even got sync right here. I mean, we have sync in the main line, but not as a base rule. Okay, how do you ever get these to be adjacent to each other in any way? What? Oh, use the blue as a connector between them all. That is what it is. Okay, very, very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, hold on, because this is not... I need to, like, do it underneath. But, yeah, they should have all 4 properties, right? Rock is push and sink. If I do this too much, then there will be no objects left, though. No. Baba can be win at the top. Okay, that's all it is. It's just a little tutorial for glyphs, is it? Go around to get this one. This is a really funny level. I love the drunker interaction. Okay, let's bishop this one down now. And Baba can be win, thank you. Ew. Okay. Spill drink. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna go full into glyphs this time. Looks like Baba is win. But what is this? Baba feeling drunker is win? Ah, okay. So Baba's not feeling drunker, which is not good. But then if I make Baba is drunker here, then I won't... Well, it can combine multiple drunkers and does it cancel out? You're an idiot. 2 drunkers is enough. It makes it... The level layout was like, oh, 4 drunkers cancels it out, but 2 of them is enough to cancel diagonal, which is good enough. But yes, you could also use double drunker to push this one out. And the other glyph... What is this glyph, anyway? Also, why would I want to be defeat? It doesn't 4 drunk when you do this. Is there a cap on this? What? Cap on range? I didn't even know that was a thing. Why does... Okay, does it need to turn every time? That's so weird. Why can't I not chain 3 drunkers together if it's all in a straight line? I mean, anyway, you can clearly chain 3. No, it's not something. That works. 2x Baba is drunk. What is this? What does this white thing do? Apparently it's the and glyph. This is probably not the best tutorial for such things, huh? Alright, on to the next. Raining in reverse. It's all glyphs, of course it is. We got Baba is you at the top left. Cloud is stop. Drunker is available. And it looks like this is glyph is push and drunker. We have a star? The star, okay, well star obviously is star. And star is move. How do we get past this? I guess Baba needs to be pushed. No, that's not possible. Baba isn't pushed right now. And Moon is defeat is on the bottom right. Well, I mean, it actually... We don't need to go through the moons ourselves, maybe. Maybe we could just push text. Push glyphs to the top right. Glyph is pushing drunker. And then the star is just to prepare it. Okay, I mean... Except... First, why doesn't this move? Like, why can't I not push this? What? Oh, because this is drunker, right. Goddamn, it's drunker, so I can't do it. Okay, but it seems like it's kind of obvious. The stars need to be drunker and move up. Oh, but very importantly, this cannot be broken. If you do this, then you can't mess with anything anymore because you just broke Glyph's push. It would be like breaking Text's push in an environment where Text's push was not a forced-based rule. So yeah, definitely watch out for that. But you can, of course, you can use Drunker to attempt to move all these away. Yeah. You can also use Star's push alongside here to move these, but I'm a little bit nervous why we seemingly need 4 moons and 4 stars. Like, why? It makes me paranoid there's some Star plus Drunker interaction that is that I'm missing here. Oh god. So how much do you push them in? And of course, like, I do not remember it by heart, like, what direction Drunker will go. Oh, hey. The problem is that Glyph is still pushed, so I cannot win right now. But okay, it's good to know that pushing the stars, like, from left to right is the correct direction of Drunker. Yeah, you know, it's worth noting this Glyph is only being pushed right now. There's a star on the other side, so the star is the only Drunker one, which is the reason why, you know, it's the Glyph is not Drunker. Okay, but we still have an issue here. Can we swap, like, Star and Drunker's positions? Star and Glyph's positions. Like that, maybe. Of course, then Drunker would need to go up there. Oh god, thing needs to be, it needs to be one to the right. Here. Actually a mess. Also, we just lost Drunker. Good job, me. Drunker's bad fur day. Okay, this is kind of like the situation. God damn it. I think, like, actually these need to move 1 down for Drunker to not get displaced. Actually 2 to the right. Do I even need, like, the other star? You don't. Well, there you go. You don't need 4 stars. So should the level be rated 3 stars or 4 stars? Okay. By the way, we, W. There's what? Why is there stuff hidden in the freaking trees? Glyph on water is crash. Glyph on water is crash. Okay, well, it isn't literally crash. But what symbol is this? Is word. It looks like the freaking like the word logo, as in Word documents. Yeah, so that will make it act like normal text, which is like quite a hilarious implication. I feel like I should say this video is ending as soon as we see one of the alternative the text types that we have not seen before. Oh, freaking okay, can't push that. But still, it seems like Baba is really close to the win check mark. So does Baba want to be Drunker? Shh, this stupid crash. I can't get over the stupid crash at the bottom. Win, Baba, win. But that's not enough. I mean, there's no way to parse drunkenly either. Oh, but if Baba's you and Drunker and you just move it up left here, we obviously win, yeah? Is this a W just used to connect? I guess it is. Just use to connect and let us move this whole thing down. You could probably do Glyph as you too. But shoot. That's very restricted because, like, the glyphs at the top right are, like, fast approaching water. Like, it feels like the only thing to do is to move Babazu down, but can I actually move all those down? Well, actually, no, you do it on the other side. That'll do it, yeah? Okay. Because if you're playing as the glyph, you can push down and we don't have a oh, right, that's not word when I do it. Wait, Baba's glyph is a thing you could probably say. I don't want to think about Baba's glyph. Yeah, unfortunately that is a thing we can do. Probably not part of the solution, but it was fun. So are we doing Glyph as you? Because I feel like we are. I don't actually see how this can be done. Because, like, okay, that's a problem. I could, like, bring this in here and activate Glyph. Ooh. But yeah, only one of them can really move down here. This might work if the Glyph was, like, here, and then Baba was on the top left, up left of where it currently is. But isn't it just too much of a sacrifice? Also, interesting that works as Glyph as you, even though the word is on it. I guess I could do this to open up a left move on the Glyph, because then if I... What? Thanks, Pigeon, very cool. Alright, is Drunker a troll, or I don't even know. Cranium Cranker. Oh no. There's a fire is stop and shut, so we need to open it up. But what is this? What are these things? God damn it. Well, this is skull is pushed to the right. Oh, they're limited pushes. Okay. And then we have glyph is push. Glyph is push like standard that we can break. So we can set glyph to be like special somehow. And then why? And then skull is like just here to be what? I actually don't really know. Skull goes there, I guess. I think this is Glyph is stop at the top. And Bob is you, obviously. Okay. I mean, if Skull is gonna, like... This is just like a tutorial for these. Like, to break this, and now... Oh, wait, it's not broken. There. Broken, so now it can push down. Wait, push left. Wait. No. We need to push right, please. Okay, and now push upwards. Now make sure that it will get locked, though. I mean, that has open as well. Boom, open. Now, this also needs the same restriction. Like, we switch it so that the glyph pushes up, and then break glyph is pushed normal. Now we can push upwards, and then flag is win. That's just a tutorial level for directional push. Shoving odd. Oh my god, 3 drunkers. There's the flag, but flag is win is not on yet. Keke can be drunker. Well, looks like we cannot be drunker, so it's Keke that needs to do the work, apparently. Keke needs to do the work, meaning... Keke doesn't even have any moves on its own. Glyph is push, wall is stop, Baba is do, belt is shift are the current rules right now. Am I missing something with how, like, I clearly cannot make... I cannot be the drunker one? But I guess, like, it's also showing that, like, let's do Keke is up and down push, and then drunker 2x. This should allow, like... Yeah, it to move, like, sideways. Great, amazing. Thank you, drunker, for this. Probably move up naturally. Okay, and also it can cause belt movement, but the thing now is we want diagonal. I don't understand how Baba is ever getting through. Maybe like 3x the drunker. Oh, that feels so weird. Yes, Bob. Keke is push up, down, and 3x Keke is drunker. And I can't move up in this position. And I can't move down. Okay, so the drunker is causing it to move and is trying to make Keke move in some sort of diagonal wall. Obviously, that's not really possible, so that's why it's prevented. Okay, that's pretty cool. And now the Keke pushing to the right, that was what it was kind of for, actually. So, okay, this is fun. This is a lovely level. Okay. And now we'll try to get a drunker push to the right, yeah? 3 drunker, is that enough? I'm a 1x drunker. No, it finds a way. Although, if I block it here, then it won't find a way. There we go. So, yeah, I just use this, and now it cannot move to the top right anymore. Boom. Same day shipping. We're still playing with glyphs. Oh, God. Okay, like, just looking at it, and of course, like, yeah, the annotation's probably like, this key cannot get pushed to the right without the help of glyph pushing here. So that needs to be retained somehow. But also, box seems to want to be up and left push as well, because of the situation here. Also, when the box is pushed up, I can't escape unless that glyph is not stopped. That glyph is right there, and it's just there so that glyph is not push by the end of it. So we need to, like, arrange this thing, basically. But that's just what I get from looking at the puzzle. And so I probably want to push upwards into here as the... Well, no, because the thing that wants to be in there is the push graphic. What do you mean push graphic? It wants to be the real push there. Yes, that's correct. And now this and this can go, right? I think I just did it. Okay, here, now push the key because key is now pushed, but now we break Glyph's push. So now the box can get pushed up and left and up again. Just enter the box from somewhere that isn't here or up, and then we do it. There we go. Yay. Slow production. Still haven't seen any of the... I want to start the next video with some of the special text, but anyway, looks like Glyph is swap right here. Got robot, got the push... that's left and right, yeah, it's just because the regular push graphic is, like, pushed to the right, even though it's not true. And pipe is stop, but seemingly simple looking level otherwise. Okay. So it's like a one-way swap thing. Also, you gotta love the key at the top right that's like cursed because it's not facing a direction that the keys normally face. Anyway, it's clearly some form of swap, but what it actually looks like and why we need to, not quite clear to me. I can push to the right here to get it. That's pretty cursed feeling. That I can push to the right even though I make no noticeable move, and it still moves the check mark. But now, how is this gonna work? Like, are we gonna, like, switch them back? Well, right now we have a problem with switching them back. I would probably assume that, like, you go between this, like, 5 times or whatever with the robots, and it isn't, like, you do it in one sweep. Okay, before we do literally anything, please move it away from the corner, right? But, anything else I'm not really completely sure about. I mean, I'm used to, like, some swappy tactics. Like, if it's stuck in the corner, I really cannot get it out. Sorry, I got distracted making my time signature display of all the tracks I made. Anyway, let's go get robot left, then back to the right. We need to break that. Oh my gosh, come on, swap is such a nonsense hole sometimes. Actually, to like, I wonder if that would have been better if I had it on left before. Because I would have loved to push that left, but, okay, here... Like, do I just keep them left and right? Because it might be better. Hold on, you don't do that. You do this every time. Okay, you don't need the other robot. You just do this trick. Okay. Alright, that should... That's, you know, let's just make sure that it works out. Okay. Sorry, sir, this is so dumb. Alright, there we go. Okay. Checked. Wait. It's too far away, you idiot. Oh my god, you know that doesn't work. There we go. That was... I know that was clumsy, that execution was, for sure. 5G signal. That's... What is this? Glyph... What? Rock is router. Okay, router was the thing that allowed channeling. Except, I don't actually know how to do channeling in this universe. What? What are you talking about, channeling in this... Okay, what? How do I arrange these such that it, like, channels or something? I don't see any red channeling anywhere. Oh, God. Freaking router. And who is gonna be on this side? Just who? There's not even any actual rocks in the level right now. Local glyph. Oh, what? We just made it? We just made something. Local glyph is router. Okay, but what about the arrows, though? Local glyph is router. Maybe local glyph is rock. Local glyph is rock makes some sense. If I can make it happen anyway. But again, for something to be local, it needs to be channeled, and I don't know how to do that. Oh wait, are transformations done using arrows? Okay. There we go. Am I going in crazy because I don't... I understand that router allows effectively channeling, so that could trigger local glyph, but the problem is, let's say I do glyph is router. I mean, it's pretty obvious that if glyph is router, then the only safe glyphs are gonna be like that one. Like the ones that don't have any glyphs in a 5x5 radius like that one. Okay, I could change one into a rock. Okay, that's how it goes. Okay, that's very nice. You do glyph is glyph, not glyph is rock. You use your locality to protect the glyphs. Probably need to interact with the glyph here as well. Okay, let's do... Okay, that's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, there's a crossed out glyph can't be rock because glyph is glyph. Okay, interesting. But anyway, router the glyph and then local glyph is glyph. And now bring this just far away. Yep, there we go. Now rock is push. Don't do that. Okay, break all this. Rock is push, and push that nearby there. Now local glyph is rock. Local glyph is... Well, the rock is router. Wait, I accidentally turned that rock back into a glyph at one point. Oh my god. Okay, rock is router, and then local glyph is rock. There you go. Oh. Okay, yes. It becomes a rock, and then that also, because that's a rock, it will now spread to the other local glyphs, which, you know, that affects that. Okay. We just need to do, like, here, and then push down again to break rock as router, and there we go. Okay, I just checked in the next level. Is level 33, has the new parsing, so we're still many levels away. Oh my god. Channel tuning. Okay, what was that? Okay, so this is pretty funny. This is Bob is fallen, not stop, water is sink. So it's showing you on the first turn that there's actually 3 Babas stacked on one right now. And yeah, different channel colors as well. So it can get local to a different channel. You break Glyph's push, and then you want a door to get pushed in the key or whatever. What is this? What is this thing? Like, what is this paperish thing? It seems to change its facing direction when you look at it, but what is it? Okay, did this actually parsed? So what does that say? Okay, without all the junk. Oh, what? It just made a bunch of channels? Unfortunately, this is YouTube, not Twitch, so we don't get any channel points. Okay, so this says box inscribe channel 1. So inscribe is what this is, and it just makes the glyph version, which that's a pretty good word for it, inscribe. But yeah, it looks like box is just stop. Oh, not flag is stop. I mean, it really looks like we need door. We need the push. The door is push, yes. So we inscribe the word push and then put it here. Is that all it is? But we don't want it to affect all the glyphs. I'm not sure I understand. Why can't I just put it right next to the door and win? Just do that. Well, I guess, like, the channels, we just don't get to play with the channels, or don't need to, I guess. GPS. Skull is one way. Death, death. Okay, so Baba's defeat gets caused here and here. So, of course, breaking Glyph's push seems good, but then you won't win. Okay, well, that's pretty clear, right? But if you put something here, you basically win. Weird, because it looks simpler than other levels. What? Why is this so much simpler than whatever? But yeah, put that there, and then the rock can be local. Or, I mean, rock can be router. And then the Glyph's push can be local only. So there we go. So now, of course, like, it's only... Glyph's push is only local to the rock. So we can just go this one. Not the top one, though. That one is still push. But this one is no longer push. Yay. Alright. Groundbreaking tech. Skull. We don't... Okay, so is there a way to, like, not have Glyph's stop or something? What is this X doing? Skull... There is router and local again. X. What is this? No, it doesn't work. Can you stack this X? The X suspiciously looks like some of the X's on other levels where they prevented stuff from triggering. Okay, I feel like the first thing I should do is skull is push, like, here. This place is has a 5x5 that's very, very suspicious. Now probably skull is remote, and just make sure, like, X cannot be stacked. Like, you cannot fit it in and it doesn't parse. It needs to be overlapped, likely. Okay, local okay. Wait, this is the other way around. Cool. Actually, I still not really sure where the pushes go, because I can see some new pushes that get unlocked, but in general, I don't understand. But anyway, we have this and this local, so now the things at the bottom won't be pushed, but the things around the skull are still push. Now we put an X on top. And yeah, now that will say local glyph is not... Well, we don't actually need to do it, but, like, it's nice to confirm that, of course, this is the way that works. Of course, this doesn't do anything because, like, glyph is already not pushed by default. Is there no other way to do locality? I was hoping to stack on top of the glyph word. There's no way of doing a transformation. I guess we could do glyph transforms into not skull, which is also kind of strange to me. But like, normally that just doesn't even actually do anything, but it is glyphs, which is not the normal text system, so maybe it does do something. Okay, we can stack it on X that's out of the push range. It also breaks the remote. Well, no, it doesn't break the remote. It makes everything pretty much remote. But let's try to... First, I'll actually break the local. Now, okay, so unfortunately, it doesn't start to make every single object that isn't a skull. That's completely normal, damn it. I guess the other thing is to try is the other way around. Great. Great. Well, we could make it local, although we don't really have many things that could be. We could do, remote. Glyph is remote. And then local skull. Then push. Okay. That's a lot. That's laggy! The congratulations is supposed to stay on the screen for that long. Anyway, exclusion. Is that what the E stands for? Anyway, skull is you. We can also make rock is you. And then there's currently a glyph is push. What's happening at the bottom right? Flag is defeat, but also what? Flag sensing you is defeat. So this is just like push one of the objects past, right? That's the genre of this. Skull needs to be push and push past the thing, and I bet the other characters so we can sacrifice one. Yep. Now, because like it's like well, I mean that would work with a normal defeat, wouldn't it? But now we have this thing, whatever this is. Here, I don't know what this is. Is this U2? Wait, what is this? Well, unfortunately I didn't move to the right enough, but ha! Alright, it is U2. I like how I like that's really funny. The way the sense that it's U2, why? Well, it has the same color and it looks like the arrow keys instead. Okay. But that's why it's sensing you, because like U2 is safe from the sensing. Very cool. Alright, wait a moment, because we have to rearrange this a little bit annoyingly. So that the rock is like there instead. Well, does that even work? I mean, it would be safer to do it this way. Anyway. Let's continue with the standard plan that we had planned. Okay. Now skull, get this out of here. A through, and now I just need to press to the right, and now rock is you. Break this as well. So now rock is no longer you, but it's U2 instead, which by the way doesn't actually work with arrow keys. It only works with WASD, like CBA with why that happens. But anyway, rock is now U2 and not you, like, so I can just go to the flag now. Sensible. What happened there? Alright, so, skull is move. Lava is also you, but it's prevented for some reason. You know, that means lava is not you, right? Right, okay. And skull is not you, obviously. Assuming we got lava and melt. What is this thing? I don't know what that symbol is. Anyway, the, what are we doing? Like, check how this works. Or doesn't work. Seriously, how do you make this work? Oh, that worked. Wait, that parsed? So that says, skull make lava, that's make. Now I see that Baba is push. Like, we need to do something to disable Baba. I think this is probably one of the locals. No, this is the sensing. This is another sensing. Baba sensing melt is you, okay. So melt does absolutely nothing other than, it's doing nothing other than it's there to be sensed. Okay, fair enough. So I want to be, I basically want to have lava everywhere, except for on the flag. Then lava is melt, and then I only want this to trigger. God, it's not in the right place. Maybe push past it and then set it up. Okay, so there. So on this turn, Baba sensing melt is you, but guess what? Baba only senses melt when it's on lava. So we just break this and win now. Wait, no. Nice joke. Need to go back here on the other side and then break the sensing statement. Right? Restrictions on it. I don't see an it in the level, but also looks like flag is shift. No, flag sensing shift is defeat. Okay, so I mean we're gonna want to not be shift and okay, hold on. But a flag near glyph is win also, so it needs to be in a glyph, but it's very funny that I can break the facing direction that it also breaks. But yeah, glyph is not push right now, actually. Despite that, Baba still needs to like face up or whatever. Oh, I already forgot what this did. Oh no. God. This is right. Well, inscribe, yes, okay. But still, nothing is facing upwards, right? That's kind of an issue. Flag near glyph is win, but how do we get anything through this tunnel? Well, I guess star must be you. And then the star turns into a glyph. Like, literally any at all. Very questionable level. I didn't use sensing. On Passant. Devilly heaven. Alright, what is this? That is fall upwards, okay. Okay, that's a lot. Door on Baba is pipe. Flag is you, glyph is you, Baba is you. I go there and die to water. But water is melt, so if Baba is hot, we should be good. But will this cause a problem later on? Baba is hot. And now it says, well, one of the rules that we just made was Baba has flag. And flag is you and win. So if I can make a flag, that's great. But I see this lava is probably there for us to die with at the end. But then the issue is, like, Baba can't be set to melt right now. Like, the flag is, the lava is hot, so Baba wants to melt to it. But Baba can't be melt at the same time here. We have an inscribe, we have a box. The box is very suspicious and is a sign of some locality, but there's too much water. 7.8 out of 10. So probably the box goes in here instead. But this fall up is weird and very suspicious. Why is that there? Single fall up, what does that do? And that happens before I go through the door. It doesn't seem that useful. Okay, box, two sensings. Wait, this is not even a local look, right? I really think this looks like channel, but it's not what it is. It's sensing. No. Maybe sensing melt is hot. And I wonder if, like, we're checking facing directions, because I see maybe we're gonna have a problem with facing. I have no idea if these have facing directions, it would cause problems that way. So, Baba, you know, no facing direction problem, paranoia. Baba says melt is hot, so we can get through the water, but I still need that melt for something else. There's no way I can two-way this, right? That'd be kind of insane if there was some way to do that. But both Babas here are stuck in the wall, stuck in a corner, so I can't, like, make the opposite happen, even with an inscribe, right? Okay, if I inscribe Baba, doesn't this finish and let us do exactly that? Well, there we go. So I've just made it a circular thing, where now also Baba is melt if it's hot, which is the other way around. Well, clearly I failed. That's sad. It counts as both sensings? Uh-oh. Damn it. I inscribe multiple things. You cannot inscribe multiple things. But, I still think this is Baba. Maybe it's the other way, like, this time the ones in the corners are the sensings. It looks like I have the things I need. Although, Baba's sensing melt is very sus. I hope the ordering works. Dead. Well, there you go. You know, it can stack hot melt. Actually. Wait! Oh my god! I was thinking, like, I had no idea what the follow-up was for. It's an unstack. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is, 100%. Okay, and now each Baba gets its own individualized copy of this. I don't think we need boxes crap anymore. Okay, here, and then unstack. Yes, you have to know that that's what it can do, but yeah. Okay, this, and then the other way around for here and here. Yep. Alright, so there we go. Baba is hot when it feels melt, and Baba is melt when it feels hot. So those are the two things we need to do, yay. Alrighty, this freaking finally, right? Oh, come on. Oh, wait, that must have been timed on purpose. That's halfway, yeah. But yes, finally, we can beta tease the new thing and then get out of here. What are these arrow things? Why are there three different type of arrows, and, like, Baba's becoming a freaking archer. Also, stop, which is Mega Mod Pack stuff. Anyway, bye-bye.